Hello, good evening. I hope that y'all can hear me. Um, Making sure my sound is up. Hold on a second. So today I did a thing, and I wanted to come on live and just to talk about it because I know that a lot of people, men and women, are going through uh, a separation of some sorts. And a lot of people have been going through domestic violence and all sorts of things in regards dealing with relationships these past 2 years. Because it's just been really, really stressful for um, everyone. Um, for those who are new to my channel, welcome. I'm going to be um, displaying my journey of going through divorce, my lock journey as well. Um, that's my spiritual journey and just a journey of a queen and the things that we go through. A queen has good days, she has bad days, but at the end of it all, um, she's gonna, take those experiences and knowledge and to um understand that we are all imperfectly perfect. Like, especially me being a Virgo, um, and also Taurus moon and Pisces North Node and Libra rising. So, um, and also I have my Mars and Aries. So, if y'all don't understand none about that, you definitely need to get a birth chart reading. So that's just basically knowing your astrological placement sign. Um, I know about one website. I don't know if it's gonna let me put the link in there, but it's called Cafe Astrology. That helps, and also a YouTuber called Astro Finesse. I don't know if I spell his name right. Astro Finesse. He's actually really, really good at breaking down different parts of your of your chart, and also on the more spiritual, and also numerology, which is something that I also practice as well. Um, as far as my other things that I'm dabbling in, I also make chakra stones and numerology stones and chakra shells and numerology shells, as well as sell CBD health and wellness products. I'm also coming out with a body body butter and also a hair care herbal that I'm going to be working on this year, um because I do affiliate marketing where I sell CBD health and wellness products um for weight loss, skincare, hair care, all that type of stuff. And I also have my own merch too. So I dabble in quite a few things on top of being a mom of 5 beautiful kids, and also I'm going through divorce right now. So I wear many hats. I'm also a sister, um, a daughter, um, and just a spiritual motivator, speaker, counselor, whatever you want to call me. So I do a lot. So, and that's my vision board back there. I talked about it in one of my lives. So I'm focused on being more centered. That's my brand, the Queen's Knowledge. It's, building relationship, or, ending a chapter of relationship. I think that's the symbolize of. And this ISIS, just being balanced, and that's my car. So I'm getting me a car this year, dealing with generational trauma, so healing my bloodline, getting some money, and dealing with the numerology of number 9. I have no idea what this is. I just put it up there, and I guess I'm gonna come out golden or whatever at the end of this year. So that is my vision board, and that's my one of my clothing line shirts right there, Queen's Knowledge, that I have in size large, extra large, and medium, and I sell bandanas. I have a lot of stuff that I have that I dabble in. Um and so if you're interested in purchasing any of these things, please let me know. But the reason why I came on live is not to really just advertise to y'all, but if y'all want to purchase, I thank you from the bottom of my heart to support a small business dream, because you are supporting a dream. My dream is financial mobility this year, and to get all my children our passports just in case we have to leave this country, because you never know when the sugar honey iced tea hits the fan, you gotta go. But and also if anybody else interested in on their spiritual journey. So I'm yeah, I'm just a woman going through life, a queen going through life, a goddess going through life, and I just want to show everybody that life is a beautiful mess, and that um we can get through this, because today has been especially hard for me today. And I didn't realize that I was going to be so emotional after dealing with doing this today. But I have been crying all day. And I just, it's just, nobody ever plans on um, their marriage ending. You know, you just think about when y'all first met, and different, all the good things, and some of the bad things, and some of the things that you could have done different, or maybe you didn't try hard enough. Maybe, I don't know. It's just hard when you love somebody and it don't work out. It don't work out. So I filed for divorce today. In the process of searching for a lawyer to officially end my connection with a person that I've been connected to for 14 years. And it's hard because I never wanted my relationship to end. And then I have to also deal with my 5 children, and all they ever known is their mom and dad. So, and it's creating another, I don't know, a blotch in their family history, or dealing with the trauma of their parents not being together. And it's just a lot that I'm just, it's just closing out that chapter in my life. It was toxic. I mean, we were just way too young. I got married when I was 18, because I had my first baby when I was 19. Yeah, I think I was 18 or 19 when we got married. No, I was pregnant with her at 18. Anywho, I just know I was young because I had her in 2007. So I had just turned 19, um, I believe, because I graduated. My graduating year was 2007. And I turned 18 like at the end of the school year that we had graduated. So, and we got married a week before she turned 1. So, yeah, about 19 when I got married. Yeah. And we've been together ever since. We have had a lot of different, issues and problems in our relationship. He dealt with a lot of um, abandonment issues, dealing with his mom and his dad, because um, he basically was raised by his uncles, and he had to deal with a lot of, pain and stuff, and gang issues as a child, and living out his father until he was 12. So, he moved with him when he was 12. So just 12 whole years. I mean, he used to see his dad like maybe once a year, but then he ended up living with his father when he was 12, all until I had met him. He was with his father. So, because my husband is 4 years older than me, I'm 33, so he's 4 years older than me. Um, and he just had a lot of like, abandonment issues, anger issues, narcissistic traits. Um, nah, just basically he was on the upper scale of narcissism, I believe. And me, so he had like almost like a not even a two-parent household. It's like one minute he was with his mom, and then next week he was with his dad. But they didn't have the best relationship. He couldn't talk to him, so it's basically like being roommates with your father, like, but still loves his father because his father has a very very big heart. He would go to the ends of the earth for his son or for his grandkids, like, but he never felt like he can actually be himself around his dad, and he never felt like he had the trust or, you know, any type really relationship with his dad. Um, and then on my end, I grew up in a two-parent household, but it was a lot of um, problems in my household. Um, we had to deal with child um, molestation and um, yeah, I had to deal with a lot of sexual abuse um, in my childhood, and a lot of um, self-esteem issues, and and just and abandonment issues in some type of way because I never had a real relationship with any of my siblings. So I basically felt like I was going through my youth alone because I couldn't really talk to my dad. Um, I didn't really talk to my mom, even though I was always gone with her, but I couldn't really have like a real true conversation with my mom or anybody because I didn't really have that many friends. I maybe had one or two people that I talked to sometimes, but I never was able to really open up to them. So I felt like I was going through my youth alone. Um, so I just had a lot of self esteem issues, and I didn't know where to turn to um, in my youth. So it felt like my parents were there, but they wasn't there too. So we all most have similar stories, but it just it just was weird. It just was a lot. We just had two different lifestyles and grew up in two different situations as a youth, and then we came together, and I don't know, it just I felt like we was pressured by his side of the family um to just go ahead and get married after I became pregnant, and I didn't think we was ready. And I don't know, and I really didn't know because I was alone, and I think we both was just, searching for just somebody just to love us and just to be there for us, and but we didn't deal with the trauma of our youth and to understand what real love was. And then it's just like the babies were just coming, and then you just in survival mode. and you just trying to cope, So my coping mechanism was putting my all into my children and trying to be the best mother that I could be. Um, I mean, and then I had went through a cycle of depression after I had my third child. That I didn't know it at the time, but I was going through like a little of a depressive state, and then he didn't know how to help me with that situation, and and then all he could do was, probably just abandon me at the time because he was always gone with his friends and all that type stuff, and I didn't know what to say or what to do because I really didn't have no rubric of how a relationship really supposed to be because my mom and dad, relationship was toxic as well, and so we neither of us really knew how to really love each other and be there for somebody and to be with them emotionally supporting because we never really had that. So it just it just was a lot. And I'm not saying that, it's always, my husband's fault. I mean, I'm not saying that it's always my fault. I think it just was two imperfect people trying to love each other but didn't know how. And then we had children, and then the pressures of society of a black man trying to do his best for his family, but they're knocking him down, and then I didn't know how to support him in a way that he needed to be supported. He didn't know how to support a woman dealing with issues of being a wife and a mother and just dealing with society and dealing with my past, abuse trauma that I had to deal with and he had to deal with. So it just it just was a lot. But I knew that my children was getting older, and I thought about their future and how them to have I want to break the cycle. I want to break the cycle of my children having to deal with the toxicity of seeing their parents unhappy. No matter how much he tried or I tried, we just could not get it together. We just couldn't get it together. And people like, older people like, you gotta put your stuff aside and do what's best for the kids. But if the foundation of your relationship is not where it's supposed to be, how can you fully focus on the kids if y'all not together as a unit? That's toxic for the children. Those children have to deal with their mom and dad screaming and fighting and hitting each other, and dad throwing and breaking things whenever he upset, and dealing with all types of alcoholism and drugs and people running in and out of the house, and just, dealing with so much financial struggle, which they never actually really felt because we always made sure our kids were okay. I mean, we had series of moments that our lights was out maybe a day or two, but we had the support of his family that helped us out a lot. They helped us out a whole lot. And I'll forever be thankful and grateful to them because they still help us out and be there for their grandchildren. Because a lot of people don't experience their grandmother and their grandfather and uncles and aunties and their dad and their mom. So that's a blessing. I thank God every day that I have still have my mom and my dad because a lot of people don't have their mom and dad and wish that they can call them to ask them for advice, and I'm thankful that I can do that, and I'm grateful that even though my family is still going through a lot of toxic things that they, well, not toxic, just healing issues that they still have to heal from, um but they're still here. They're still here. Hopefully, um I can help heal some of that, which is one of my goals, to help heal um the family, you know, hurt. And I know that's a very very big task, and all praises to the Most High if I am the one that can do that, or to help, facilitate that in any type manner. It will be I'll be forever grateful. But if I can't do that, I'll completely understand it's maybe not just my task alone. And it's just it's just a lot. It just it's just a lot. I mean, and then dealing with spirituality part of it, like his family on his side is um very religious. My family on my side are very just God in itself, just God, and you know I I'm still, learning and walking in my spiritual journey, and basically, and I've noticed in dealing with spirituality, it's basically learning yourself, learning the good, the bad, the ugly, and in between, and knowing that certain situations is not has nothing to do with the person. It's all about you and what you're projecting on them. And people uh, in a more religious society, they're saying like, oh, it's temptation or the sin or whatever. And you're supposed to be getting more closer um, to God. And they making it seem like it's more of a outside thing, like that you have to reach to, but really it starts with within. The kingdom of heaven is within us, and we have to come to knowing every inch of ourselves, and being happy with ourselves. And yeah, like I don't want to, this a trigger warning, I don't know, but the Bible is just a book. It has um metaphors and life lessons um that we do need to learn and whatever. But the entity in that book, and there's more than one entity, because it's so many different stories, and all these stories are based over thousands of years. I'm like, it's just a bunch of people lives. And just like you just look on Facebook, it's just a bunch of people lives and what they're going through their perception. But there are some things in their book that can help you. Um, you just have to look at it through a different lens, so to speak. Um, I'm still learning. I'm not claiming that I know everything there is about the Bible. I read it, sometimes I don't read it every day. Um, but it's just, it's bigger than the Bible. God is bigger than the Bible. I believe in God. I believe there is a higher power, but in the box, in the framework of the cookie cutter makeup of God that the Bible puts him in, that's not all God is. God is infinite and in every aspect of everything. And you yourself are God as well. Because we have the power to create and to destroy and to make our environment the way we want. So we are God too. It's not just him being a God. We, even in the book, it said, "Let us make man into our image." It's talking about a group of guys making man. So they made man in their spiritual laboratory into what the present man, in some sense, is today, because we have evolved just in the last 200 and what 26 years of just America history. We have evolved and changed and deal with so much um white supremacy and white privilege, which are two separate things, because supreme is a hierarchy and privilege is you have the ignorance of thinking that you're better than somebody just based on your color of skin, which there's only one really race, is that the human race, and that we are all connected spiritually. Our skins, I mean, our skin do matter, because a melanated person is um, the first being that was made on the earth. So our genealogy is different. Even in our DNA is different. Even the black woman DNA has a special DNA that's different from every other um, demographic. So, um, if you don't believe me, please YouTube it, look it up. The black woman is very, very special. Um, but um, I didn't know I was going to go into a spiritual rant. I'm just supposed to be talking about my divorce, but that plays a part in not being spiritually um grounded and knowing who you are and knowing your purpose, and somebody's walking with you with your purpose and pushing you towards your purpose. um and my husband, he did play a role in that. He did play a role in that, because I wasn't listening to reggae music um before I was married with him. I wasn't paying attention to a lot of things going on around me. So he has taught me a lot. And I hope that he has learned a lot from me. But he has taught me a lot. And I'll be forever grateful and blessed and privileged to have him in my life. And I hope he knows that I love him very dearly, even though our relationship didn't work out, and how it ended was never something that I would, you know, want for anybody to go through, dealing with any type, domestic, mentally, physically, emotionally, financial, domestic abuse is something that is, because somebody don't have as much money as you, so, or controlling the money and making that um, a focal point of your relationship is a form of um, domestic abuse. And also, there is rape in marriages. People think that you can't get raped. If I say no, I don't want to do it, and you go ahead and you do it, that's rape. It's not consent. So, and I'm not saying that that's what my husband did, but yeah, yes, because I'm doing a video. I'm almost done. Okay, go outside and come back in. All right. Um, but I'm just letting y'all know the different forms of domestic abuse, and people just think it's just all physical, but I think, but but sorry, my son was calling me and it threw me off, and I'm just recently waking up, and I was talking to my best friend about um me filing for divorce, and she suggested that I go to a therapy group or whatever, and I may do that, I may not, I don't know, but I just wanted to come on live and just to speak about um just divorce and how I'm feeling, and just to get things out of my system, just to just heal myself. So it's basically like I'm journaling right now. So I'm journaling and helping somebody in the process at the same time. At least I hope I'm helping someone um, in the process at the same time. Um, because I've learned that on my astrological chart that my social identity and how people perceive me is something that I have to, work on. And um, it's like I care what people think, but I don't care. I'm learning that, and that's still something that I'm dealing with, but I'm learning more and more that um, I'm looking for people who looking for me. And that's just that on that. If you're not looking for me and you don't want to have nothing to do with anything that I'm saying, well then you're free to click off the video. That's all I'm saying. But you have nosy people, you have trolls, you have people that's here to start up a ruckus in your life. This just is what it is. They're their purpose. Everybody don't have a perfectly spiritually happy justice purpose. It's just some people' purpose are literally here to make other people's lives miserable, and it's okay. It is what it is. As long as you know who and what you are, and you can just go over there with that. Go over there and mess with somebody else though. Just leave me alone. But at the end of the day, they like, why not you? So, but anyway, there's just an obstacle that everybody has to go through. Life is a beautiful mess, and you have to learn that it's just everybody's not gonna like you, and you just have to just keep going and doing your thing. But and thank you for watching my video. If you're watching my video, I just started getting back into this YouTube world, and just this is all raw and uncut, and just me. This is just me with my crazy dreaded hair and cried eyes and dried up, you know, eczema face, whatever. And this is just me, raw and uncut and natural, and it is what it is. But definitely, um, it's a journey. Life is a journey, and the destination at the end is death. So it's not about the destination, y'all. About whether or not you're gonna be a millionaire, how fast you're gonna be a millionaire, or how fast you're gonna be in a happily ever ending, you know, relationship, or none of that. It's about the lessons we learn along the way, and the people lives that we are affecting along the way, and just, you know, being the best you can be. So my year, the word of the day, or the word of the year, um somebody, I was in life skills class today, and it was all about finding your purpose and learning what your gifts are, and how your gifts are, and your purpose is tied to just being you, and being you authentically, and knowing that your purpose and your gifts is really just what you do naturally the best at. And I'm still learning what my gifts are naturally. Um, and that comes with actually learning to love yourself. Self love is the best love, and it's something that I'm really, really learning and really loving. Like, I'm okay. I'm okay with just being me. I don't need nobody to call me. I don't need nobody to text me. I don't need nobody to think about me. I mean, it's nice, and I'm so grateful for the people that call me and text me and think about me and appreciate me, because I'm a life path of two. That's my life path. So I'm all about um, relationships and connections, and and everything. Um, and how do you make two? You gotta have one to make two. So I'm not saying that I don't love, interacting with people. I love interacting with people, and being involved with people, and but I also love my me time, and just being alone, just sitting down with some nice good food and watching a movie is like heaven. In a nice warm bed, I'll be fine. And my house is clean, and my kids are happy, and I'm just chilling, watching my movie, and just having my little self love time, and and just dancing and singing to myself, and that's like that's just my happy place. So I have no idea. I have no problem being just me. As long as I got my music, good food, and the movie, I'm great. Um, but yeah, so um, and me and my friend Shay, we talk about different things that affect relationships, and I've been learning a lot, um, from a female perspective, because I haven't had a lot of female friends. So it's just mind boggling of different things that women do, and all the cattiness and negativity that we don't have to do, and learning more about men in general that a lot of women don't understand, and a lot of men don't understand. So we need to see both on both sides, and taking out all of that systematic and societal junk and cookie cutter gender roles and BS that they put us in a box of how we should be, and then you don't supposed to be how everybody else should be. Like if your relationship, you want to have three, four different, wives, and they all cool being that, then just go do you. That's fine. You shouldn't have to go into westernized society standards of just having one woman and one man. If y'all too happy and everybody cool and ain't no drama and nobody getting hurt and y'all all on one accord and the oil is oil machine is working just fine, don't worry about what everybody else doing. That's a lot of downfall in relationships. And because you want your relationships to look like theirs. Or you if you going with a girl just because your friend saying that, oh, she bad, but you don't really think she bad, but since your friend thinks she bad, you saying she bad. Like, no. No, I've never been the type that, oh, just because my friend like that, I'm gonna like that too. I've always been my own person, and I'm proud that I have been like that. I don't like stuff just because everybody else like it. I like it because I like it. Well, everybody's not built the same, so and it ain't for me to understand. So that's the thing that we must work on um not going by societal rules and actually being there for somebody and taking the time to actually get to know people um on this race. I gotta hurry up and have sex with you so I can know what the sex like, so I can know if you even worth my time of even building a relationship. Well, the sex ain't gonna be the all-time octave level that it should be if you're not emotionally invested. You're just gonna be basing it off your previous sex partner. You're not gonna be basing it off them being an actual soul connection. Because when you actually um having sex with somebody that you love and care for, and you know that you feel safe and protected, and they ain't out here in these streets like that, it don't get no gooder than that. It doesn't. It's like the best sex ever. And then y'all actually in the process of planning to making a child with that sex. Oh my God. Like, it gets no better than that, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, it gets no better than that. And I ain't had that many sex partners. I haven't. I haven't. I haven't had that many sex partners. I haven't been in that many relationships, actually. So I'm not saying like I'm an expert at it or expert at sex or expert at that, whatever. Um, I'll be quick to tell somebody I don't really know that much, but I know something. So, and I'm still learning. I'm still unlearning and relearning because it's so much fluff that society has told us that is not true at all. It's not true, and it's a lot of things that's made up to help benefit um, the greater good of somebody else or the lesser good for other people's, especially if you have a darker complexion. But yeah, just take your time to actually get to know somebody, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Ask questions. Get to know somebody. Like, it's a question that I just learned today that I thought was very profound. Because I always be a student. Like, I have no problem sitting down and taking notes and learning from somebody to teach me something to help betterment my life. Like, and also be with somebody that's always in a constant work in progress, and they understand that, and not saying that they have arrived. Like, nobody has just have arrived. We all are in constant growth and learning because we constantly age. And thank God if you do constantly age, because a lot of people are dying out here. So it's a blessing and being grateful and waking up with gratitude and just being thankful for what you have. If you ate today, if you slept in a nice warm bed today, if you said today, you should be thankful. I'm so thankful that my children are happy and healthy, have food in their bellies, have water, and have a bed to lay in. Like, I'm so grateful because they could be out here on these streets. They could be out here having sex with other kids. They can be out here cussing and doing all types of stuff that these children do, and just having a negative attitude about life. And thank God that they are shielded and protected and have a mother that loves them, have a father that loves them, have grandparents and aunties that love them. I'm so grateful. I couldn't ask for anything more. My only things right now is being in a financial place um, that I want to be in, just in case, Lord forbid, that it's just all this burned down one day, and I don't have nowhere to go because I don't have enough money to take them somewhere and safe. That's what I'm building now, and I'm working on now, to have the financial mobility and to have our passports. That's my goal in 2022. Financial mobility and passports. That's my goal. And I gotta take the necessary steps to reach that goal and save up enough money so we can all get our passports and have financial mobility and get my car so we can able and get up and go, because it's so much going on around this planet, all these natural disasters, all this what somebody call it, the Amarion out here that's out here getting people, and it's just it's just a lot. And I just want to be able to get up and go and rush out the door. Who knows? Maybe an alien uh invasion, zombie apocalypse. I don't know. We never know what's gonna happen from year to year. So I want to have that ability to, if my kids got, we gotta go ahead and go run and get in the car and go somewhere, I'm able to do that. So, but thank y'all so much for watching my live. And the question. Uh, Let me get the question. Um, the relationship question that I said that was profound. That I learned today. Oh, my battery low. That the bare minimum, a green flag is the bare minimum. It's second nature. I mean, just somebody just texting you back when they text you. Having humility. Like I was teaching my kids, I always, have lecture moments with my kids. Like if somebody being negative and mean and disrespectful to somebody else, like why, why wouldn't they treat you like this? So look out for people of how they treat other people. And like I just was speaking on, like doesn't care what they friends think. It's just y'all two. It's you and them against the world. Um, Evolve gender roles, so they don't care. Oh, I have to wash dishes. I can't wash no dishes because I've got washed dishes. I can't empty out the trash because only men empty out the trash. Like I understand at nighttime, like if your trash is overflowing, it's nighttime. Women let the man do that, and men go ahead and do that. It's a safety thing because your two things is protecting and provide an ongoing growth regimen. That's one of the things I was speaking on. Um, so always be with a partner that understands that everybody is growing. Um, what else? Uh, what else? What was one of the questions? I wanted to say, oh, how comfortable. I just want to go over just a few things that I learned today because about physical, spiritual, emotional, and financial questions that you need to ask a partner. How often do you need sex? Because a lot of people, they don't, they act funny when they don't get sex. So that's an important question to ask on a date. What brought you spiritually where you at a, what brought you spiritually where you are place where you are now? So that's a good question so you know you can gauge where their spiritual level is. It's not getting too deep. Did your last relationship affect you in the end? So that's some emotional, how they are deal with their emotions. So that's a good question to ask. Do you believe there's a such thing as not being able to afford to date? So if they have this shows like what are their financial standards. Like if they think they gotta have $1,000 just to go on a date, or they believe that you should pay for everything, that's a problem. Like that doesn't match. And I don't believe you need a lot of money to go on the date. You just go, and that's how you know if that person for you. Like, cause me, if we can just go, you know, I told you I like food, so I'm a Taurus moon, so I like food. So we just go get a quick bite to eat. I can, well, it depends on. I about to say I can cook or you can cook, and we like in an open setting where we can do that. Not me just going to your house, you going to my house, and we can like, I don't know, you bring some snacks and I bring some snacks, and we go have a picnic in the park if the weather's nice and look at some stars, and just that, and just talk and actually get to know a person and just talk and not all about physical. Um, what do you, who do you, what, or you can say what, or who do you turn to when life is overwhelming? So you can see if they um self-soothe themselves, or what do they, if they have any type of recreational activities or something. If they don't really want to answer that question, they can have drug issues or whatever. I thought that was a very good question. And that's, and the last question, he told us about how comfortable are you asking for help when you stress? Like, because a lot of people, they don't like to ask the people for no type of help when they're stressed. They just internalize things, and that leads into deep depression and all type of things. And then learns about if they have a drug issue. Do they go out and buy, spend all their money? So there's money issues. They go and just go have sex. So that's a physical issue. So all the questions basically shows you your green and red flags. So I thought that was very, very profound and very important for somebody to learn. Anywho, this video is already an hour long, and I just wanted to come on live and just basically um, pour out my soul, and to let um, just to let myself know, and to let other people know that it's gonna be okay, and we got this. We got this. I love you. If nobody tells you that today, you're beautiful, amazing, talented, terrific. Um, and it will be okay. And you're stronger than what you think. Ashe. Bye. Oh, and check out those cafeastrology.com for your birth chart. That Astro Finesse to help you work, navigate different things about your birth chart. And check out my link for any type of merchandise or anything um you want. Also, you can contact me via email as well. Um, for any business inquiries or questions. because I'm also growing a tribe to, to get us all connected. So just in case the sugar honey iced tea hits the fan, then we all are going to one place. So if you want to learn more about that, um, yeah, I love you. Goodbye. Well, see you later.